morning, everybody. I'm Sylvia, the Crafty Old Lady, and I am so happy you've joined me today. Thanks for taking some time out of your busy day to watch what I create. I appreciate your support. And today I am working on week 13 of Margarete Miller's collage assignments. I need an illustration from a children's book, which I have right here. And it came from this book, which was mine when I was little, but I noticed that my brother took over after I was no longer using it, and he wrote his name in there, but these pages are very fragile. I've also made something from it for this journal here, which I can show you real quick. I took this whole page and made this beautiful little, I guess, journaling card for that. But anyway, I'm getting off track here. Let's see what I need. I needed the children's book, something that someone has given me, and someone gave me this card, among other cards, a pattern with repeating shapes, a statue, and a decorative border from a card or invitation. So this is going to be my decorative border. I'm going to do something with that. I also thought it could be a repeating pattern of little circle shapes. Kind of, there's circles there. And then I have these two statues from my, cut out this book and collage with it or something like that. Wonderland, Underworld, one of those. And I'm kind of leaning towards the green lady because it would go with the green kind of border, but I'm not sure. I think this one is cuter, of course, but anyway. I'm going to kind of use this as the background, and I think I kind of want to have these three as the main focus here. Then these are kind of big then, if you really think about it. And then I have this, my letter, correspondence. Did I say that one? Yeah, piece of handwritten correspondence. And, oh boy. Well, I think first I'm going to just try going off camera and cutting out my piece that I want on here. So let's do that. Well, as you can see, I did not cut that out, and I have come up with a different plan that I think I might like better, because I didn't want to cover up all the kids. So I think I'm going to use this as my background right here. So I will glue that down, and then I might cut out each kid and put them on, or not each one obviously, but anyway, that is what I believe I'm going to do. We'll start with this. I'll need to have a little bit of a background on the other edge of the book, which could be possibly the border. I don't know. I don't think it's thick enough though. So yesterday, my grandson spent the day with us, and well, with me. My husband wasn't home, and he was sitting on the potty in the bathroom, and I think he noticed for the first time that I had put like some Dollar Tree wallpaper on the doors of my vanity, and he looked at it and he said, "You did a really good job making this place." And then he said, "Is this what a real bathroom looks like?" And I thought, what do you have, an outhouse, kid? So funny. He is a hysterical little guy. So I was thinking I could put, maybe I'll cut these two girls out for the edge here. Maybe I'll do that, like, as my border, because I don't think this is going to be border enough. Is it? Maybe it would. Okay, so I'm going to cut a chunk of this out and see if I can put it on as a border. Okay, so I cut this much of the border out and it fits pretty much perfectly right here. So I'm going to glue that down, and then I'm going to fussy cut around some of the kids and one of those statues, and hopefully that will work. It's such a small page. I thought having a small book would be easier, but I don't know, because you don't have a lot of space for 5 elements there, or 6 elements. So let's see, let's do this. So do you have children or grandchildren that say funny things? If so, let me know in the comments below some of the funny things they've said, because kids can say the funniest things. Wasn't there a show, Kids Say the Darndest Things, a while back? I think I'm going to ink around with whatever's left on here. See, there is still part of the page there, but we'll just do this. When I was growing up, there was Art Linkletter. Maybe that was the show, Kids Say the Darndest Things. But he had just kids on his show, and they said funny things. So let's cut her out. See how she looks. I don't think I'm going to cut out the cherub or angel or whatever that. Well, it's not an angel. It doesn't have any wings or a cherub. I guess it's just a child. But I don't think that would fit. I think it's kind of too big. It's very chunky. Trying to stay on camera. I have a bad habit of going off camera. I might cut the bottom, like the pedestal, off, because that's pretty wide too, and pretty thick. She's a little green statue. Okay. Probably will also ink around her, but I just want to see how she looks there. Not bad. Not bad. I think I am going to cut the bottom off, though. And I see a little piece here that I need to cut out better. I think somebody is trying to contact me, and my phone is plugged in, not near me, so I think I should go see what's going on. Oops. I'm going to ink her and then check my phone. I'm always afraid that there's an emergency with my daughter Bethany, but I'm sure they wouldn't just leave a message and not call. Alright, so I have these elements cut out, and I was thinking that I would put the girls over here somewhere, and the statue would go here. And I did cut off her foot, so I need to add that back in. But I think that's what I'm going to do. And funny thing about, you know, I grew up in the 60s. I was in elementary school in the 60s. And we had to wear dresses. All the girls wore dresses like this. You had to. It was the rule. And in, I think it was 1970, I was in 5th grade. I was 11. Or I was almost 11. I was going to be 11 on January 10th. And after Christmas, we had to go back to school after Christmas break. And my mother had made me a pantsuit, a corduroy pantsuit for Christmas. And I desperately wanted to wear it to school. And to my shock, my mother said, okay. And you know, I had to walk to school in the winter too. So, oh, her foot is just falling apart. I got to get this down. She said, you know, if anybody complains, I'll just tell them that you have to walk to school, and it was healthier and less dangerous for you to wear pants because it was so cold. And so I wore my pantsuit back to school. Nobody said a word. And then suddenly, other girls started wearing pants to school. And that was 1970. And I started it. I was a trendsetter when I was 11. I was the first girl to ever wear pants in our school. So I think that's pretty cool, if I do say so myself. I don't think we have room for any boys on here. It's just going to be girls. And so let's see what we got. We got the illustration from the children's book. Something that someone has given me was the card and also the letter. The handwritten correspondence is the little letter. Pattern with repeating shapes is here. A statue and the decorative border from a card or invitation is right there. So that's it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my little story down memory lane there for me, and I appreciate you coming by. Check out my other videos, and don't forget to check out my Ko-fi page where you can leave me a tip if you want, or you can just download some vintage ephemera that I have available there. That's from my own personal family heirloom, papers and documents and stuff that was handed down to me. So thanks so much, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.